Okay, I'll just make it regular. What's up, everybody? I'm about to start lifting here. Missed last night, so making up for it tonight. Even though I got a bench tomorrow, well, we'll see how it goes. See what I can get away with. Legs was real shot last night. Feeling a little better tonight, so hopefully I can get some stuff in there. Wondering how everybody else's training session went this week. There's some good work in there. Even though this week was kind of a little bit of a wash, still got some great bodybuilding nights in there. Wonder if this is gonna be a rough one. Get the show started. If I manage to put on anymore. Oh, a little more. 326. With the shoes on, so 325 ish. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Get my stretching in just a little bit. Use the hooks from this bench. I think the third set of hooks, I don't think we have bolts for. Oh dear. Whew. Yep. Oh dear. I was doing a little bit of stretching earlier. Holy crap, I really gotta get back into my stretching, at least for the lower half. The hips get so tight, huh, if you don't keep up on them. Oh, I'm a firm believer in doing a little bit of stretching beforehand. A little bit of stretching don't hurt. Never hurt nobody. Don't want to overdo it, but getting a little bit in beforehand. Oh. At least that way you can move, huh? Yup. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh. Holy moly. Everyone's probably sleeping already. Over here, everyone's either sleeping or partying. I'm not big on the partying. Detrimental to the goals. Heartburn? Oahu? Nice. Where do you, what gym you lift at? I know the UFC one is 24-hour, and then you got the 24-hour ones. Tell me you lift at the 24 on Nu'uanu YMCA. I've never been to that place. Is that place 24 hours? Do these sciatic stretches is the key for pre-squat. Oh no, at 10 o'clock probably. There was quite a few Oahu people that came, that flew down for this past meet. It was cool. I met a couple of them. Then I think the majority of the WABDL people actually fly down. The ones that put on the contest, they fly down from Oahu, like all Gary guys. I saw Team Rhino, yeah. I think they were at World's Gym, but World Gym closed, right? So I think they're at what the fuck is this on my face? They're at that other. I can't remember the name. So one of the powerlifting gyms. over there. I got a buddy that trains over there too. How'd the oh, a big powerlifting gym? No, that's not good. Kind of dreading tonight. We'll see how it goes. I didn't really overkill myself on everything during the week. It was just all pump. I got a bench tomorrow. I was almost gonna not lift tonight, but I figured I'd get a little bit of stuff in. Thanks, buddy. Right now, it's not really like a big, like I ain't gotta hit big numbers and all of that. It's just more or less going through the motions. Especially like still the week after the meet I just did, so just getting back into the groove of it on the compounds. I got bench tomorrow, so I'm not gonna kill myself too hard. Get a little bit of work in. It's very I can do some Q&A stuff while I'm lifting. All right, that's enough for stretching. Hey, you want one of these? Got another one in the bag. I got another one in the bag. In the car. It'll pick me up. I was gonna do some pulls, but got a bench tomorrow. I don't wanna overstress out the elbow. I got an idea though for some pulls. We have the maybe next wave that it comes around. We got those farmer walk apparatuses. Because we don't have one of those shit, what is those bars? Hey, what is the hexagon one? Oh, the trap bar. We don't have the trap bar to do trap bar deadlifts. But I can set up the they're in here somewhere. One of the strongman, the farmer's walk implements. That would probably be good for some pulls. I basically know where I'm going wrong. If I want to start deadlifting, actually building some actual strength on it, I can actually already understand what I need to be feeling to get there. The trick is being able to implement that is going to be the hard thing. I've got to try and learn how to sit back more. But you cannot really learn that on light weights. Kind of like the opposite on bench. Bench, you got to have light weights to really put yourself through the movement. Where am I? What the fuck is that? No. There, okay. Huh? Oh yeah, just try that to yours. Oh, you cannot connect with that one.
No, I mean, when I turn it on, it connects to yours.
Oh, hold on. Let me... Oh, leg extensions, leg curls, little bent over stuff, mimicking like a Romanian, and some good mornings. Body weight squats just to kind of get through the movement. You know, I can hear my knees cracking the whole time. Do another set round of that. And jump on the bar. What the hell is everybody up to tonight? Wonder how I can see who's in here. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can see who's in here. Oh, if anybody got any questions, comments, just type it in and I'll get to it. It's always when I end up wanting to leave. That's when I get the most questions and comments or something. Be here for a while tonight, so I can get through quite a bit. I'm gonna keep my shirt on for now. I'm gonna be squatting. I won't have to take it off and put it back on afterwards. This duffalo bar will rake your back up. Knurling on is pretty good. Gotta make sure you got a pretty decent shirt on. There. Push-ups, not tonight. I'm benching tomorrow. I'm not real fond on the push-ups. I don't know. I used to be able to do a lot. And back when I was in football, I could do 100 push-ups in a row. I don't really do push-ups anymore. I'd rather just bench something. I don't see how they're not beneficial though or detrimental. I just don't do them anymore. No, no, I'm gonna squat tonight. I was supposed to squat last night, but didn't get around to it. And my legs is just fucking worn out from the work week. So I'll just do a little bit tonight, and as long as I don't run myself too far down, I can still bench tomorrow. Tomorrow's bench is not gonna be super heavy anyway. Kind of start from kind of low on the ladder and work on building more strength. Over time, I'll slowly start to increase it. With the bar here. You guys like squatting with the Duffalo bar? Yeah, you guys just try it. Love that bar. It's a pretty damn awesome bar. You're gonna squat in denim jeans? Okay. Let's get the squat started. Easy does it. Too high? Too high you had it? Make sure you put it to where your lift off, huh? So, well, you gotta, because you're gonna squat wide, huh? Tomorrow's not that super important of a bench night. We're working on some reps, so I can squat tonight and not really have it affect me too hard. It's not like I'm going up super heavy. I figured no sense take a deload on bench because it's gonna do like 2 more weeks of it, then deload, work up a little bit, work on some higher reps, a little bit more moderate weight this week, and then next week I'll bump it up a little bit, change the goals for the workout. Go for something that I haven't hit in a while, so. Yeah. See how it goes. Kind of doesn't matter if the weight's feel heavy or light tonight. What happened with this thing? Oh, there we go. Bench PR in the gym, 535. In competition, 518. But you gotta go back and watch my other video with the meet results, because I had way more than 518 in me. I just didn't get a chance to go there because I had to come back and clean up the 518 because they red lighted me for not locking it out when I did lock it out. Held it in lockout for 5 seconds. Still didn't get a rack command. I got red lighted on it. It's cool though. I had to come back and hit the 518. And there's a big thing with how I messed up my warm-ups too, so definitely had a lot left on the table. Easy 518 went up raw, drug-free in competition. But I'll be competing again in January. June, July. I'll be competing again in July. Oh, I'm actually coming to Oahu in July. BMD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'll be coming to your neck of the woods in July to compete. So far 518 in competition. Easy. Had more in the tank. All right, get another set in here. Yeah, I'll be. Last time I did it, a few years back, it was at Oh gosh, what is that big stadium in town? God, my brain is fried right now. What is that big stadium in town they have? I think they had all the Super Bowls over there and stuff. But it most likely it'll be over there. No, no, not Aloha Stadium. The one like in town. Uh, what is it? It's like their Civic Auditorium thing, the big dome one. It'll probably most likely be over there. But I definitely know how to get my warm-ups a lot better now. Don't have to warm up a whole hour early. Blaisdell Center, yeah, that's where it's gonna. Most likely it'll be there. We're not too sure yet. Well, most likely it'll be over there. I don't know. When's don't they have an expo soon over there? Like the Hawaii Fit Expo? Did they have it already? Or is it coming up? I wouldn't mind them having a 225 max reps bench contest over there. See who can bench 225 the most. I'll be fucking down for that. Okay, one more side of this. So these fucking plates so heavy. Okay, dokie. Reps. The Fit Expo is in April. April. We have to see if they're gonna do that. The most ever rep 225 was 61 reps. Not fully locked out though. Fully locked out, I can easily get over 50. It's just unless I'm gonna do it for like an actual contest, I'm not gonna lock those out because just the wear and tear on your elbow. Locking that many out can run your elbow down. I'll do them like 3/4. I'm just shy of actually locking it out. Yeah, 61 reps with 225 is the most. I actually got hey, what's up, bud? Here you go. But I actually got on my the last time I actually tried that, maybe it was still before I went into prep for that powerlifting meet. But I was just messing around. I was doing my shoulders I got my shoulders done. And then I think I did one exercise for my bench accessories. So I already had blood flow. And there was these kids on the bench. Tonight was 326 with my shoes on, so maybe around 325 without shoes. Hopefully I can get like 330 or 340 before that meet in January, February, June, July. In July, if I can get up to that kind of weight, fuck. Maybe I'll bench 550 raw, drug free in that competition. That'll be awesome. If I not if, but when I do it, I'm actually planning on. Yeah, it's all right. I was actually planning on Loco Moco. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Loco Moco, but when I finally do hit that 550, I'm gonna go to the doctor and have my blood checked and have my testosterone levels checked, and I'll show all the paperwork to prove I did it drug free. And I'm really curious. Because at my age now, like every year, I can kind of feel like a little bit of difference, where I have just like that little bit less energy, you know. Doing it natural all these years, I can definitely tell a difference between when I was in my 20s and now. Fucking massive difference. Just in the healing process alone, I used to heal up so fast. I could bench twice a week heavy and heal up from it when I was in my early 20s, but now I bench 3 times a month. That's it. Unless I don't run myself down, then I can get like a joker bench session in there, kind of like the one I was talking about, where I was doing my shoulders, did a set of my bench accessories. Then these kids on the bench, they're over there repping out 225. So I asked if I could jump in with them on a set, and it was just 225 on the bar. Didn't do any actual bench warm up. Just went on it. Banged out an easy set of 50, no problem. So I can still get that high reps with it. I don't do it that often anymore, but every once in a while I'll come around just to make sure I can get it at least 50 times. Because I'm still doing high rep stuff on like dumbbells once a month. I still do moderately heavy dumbbells for high reps. So I still got some 210, had the goal of 500, about 450 now, getting old now, worried about injury. In your 40s now, nice. You still doing it naturally too? It's pretty fucking good if you're still doing that naturally and you can get 450 at 210. That's real damn good. Yep, dude, that's strong. That's really strong. Just fucking over double your body weight. And that's even, because a lot of people, they get skewed with the whole body weight thing. Because the lighter you are, the easier it is to do double your body weight. But if you keep track of like how much over your body weight you can do, that's more of it's more of a comparable strength. So you figure you're doing 450 at 210, that's 240 over your body weight. That's fucking damn strong. That's really strong. You're gonna have to start looking into some TRT, huh? Always said it's not a matter of if, but when. Luckily for me, I still have that. Well, lucky for us, we still have that ace in the hole. Get to 500, you're gonna have to bring up all of those rep PRs on all those other weights, like 315, 365, 405, 425, 435. Eventually, you start getting to the point where you can triple 455, you'll be getting close. If you can get to the point where you can do 455 for 4 reps, like legit, like paused, 500 isn't gonna be a problem for you. Because there's a big difference between doing it touch and go and doing it pause. But I would recommend all this shit, like every once in a while I'll come down and I'll do 405 and I'll do them all paused, and I can still get easy 10 paused, like after a bunch of work sets. But for the most part, like higher reps like that, I don't do them paused all the time. Which slingshot? Blue, red, black? Let me get a set in here. Black. So if you can get to where you're slingshotting the 500 for 4 to 5 reps, you'll be getting close. You'll be getting close to doing it without the slingshot. So that's another way that you can feel it out without really tearing your shit apart. But there's way more, you know, there's a lot of ways to skin that cat. So just cover all your bases, getting your reps in. Then every once in a while you can build up to just singles. So used to get used to feeling the 5 plates. It's mental. Oh, it's like a mental barrier. Fuck, I know how that can be. I have no direction for this workout. I don't know if I want to go up heavy, stay down low, do a lot of reps. We'll see as the weight increases. Like I was saying, that mental barrier stuff can be a mind fuck. What does your normal bench night look like from your warm-ups as you step up weight? How does your numbers look like? Give me a quick rundown. Maybe I can see something in there. $450 at 210 is pretty fucking strong. What is that? 220 weight class or 198? I would tell you bulk to 220. Fuck 198. If you're ever gonna do that in competition, no sense in cutting, dehydrating your body, running yourself down, and then trying to rehydrate in that one day. If you do it right, you might not lose strength. If you do it wrong, you lose a lot of strength. There's no point in doing it unless you're gonna go for the world record in that weight class. I would say bulk to 220. Because regardless how you view it, if you have a certain lift you're strong at, like that's a strong bench, you're gonna want to get that in competition. Pretty sure at that weight in Hawaii, you'll have the fucking state record at that weight, guarantee. I don't know too many other guys that can press that kind of weight at that body weight. Throwing some more weights on here. I'm gonna be fucked up if it's feeling light Then I'm gonna wanna go up heavy, but I got a bench tomorrow. Well, basically, you wanna build up all your numbers under 450. Bring up those reps. You're probably doing 405, around 5 reps, huh? Around somewhere around there, 5 reps. 5 or 6. How much times you getting the 405 for now? My muscle belly, it's always there. Muscle belly's always there. Yep. Solid though. Yeah, I'm not too worried about aesthetics. Just trying to get strong enough so I can hit some good numbers in July. Even though the 518 was cool, fuck, I had way more in the tank. Had I known, if I would have did my warm-ups better, I could have opened up at 501 instead of opening up at 485, but I warmed up a whole hour way too early, so I had to kill an entire hour. From the point after I did 365 on my warm-up, I had to find a way to kill an entire hour from 405 to 475. And by the time I did my last warm-up at 475, it was literally 30 minutes before I could walk out onto the platform to do my opener. So in fact, my second, I've let people, I've played pranks on my friends in the gym before. Had them punch my stomach, and then, oh, if you punch me, I get to punch you. And I'll start it just from I'll start the punch like from right here. Fucking throw the shoulder into it and soak them. With all the heavy stuff, you learn to like how George Lehman does his abdominal muscles outward. So you can do that, and fucking you can take a hell of a punch. I wouldn't want to take no serious strikes from some of these high-level MMA guys right now, but you take a normal punch pretty damn easily. I wouldn't want to take no crow cop kick to the fucking ribs, that's for sure. Yeah. Had I done my warm-ups a lot better, I could have opened up at 501. Then went 518. Then it would have actually been perfect to make a run on 530. And then because I broke the record. Yeah, I don't like hitting people anymore. I used to do that in my younger days. A big teddy bear now. But because I broke the record in that division. I got the 4th attempt. Who knows? I probably would have went up to that. I think it comes out to 540. I forget what the kilogram, because 518 was 235 kilograms. Somewhere around 240 kilograms or some shit like that. Is that it? Because I know there's the 540 and then there's that 551 that I've been eyeing up. Hopefully maybe I can take a run on that 551 in July. That would be awesome. Fucking love to take a run on that damn thing. If I'm doing, yeah, 240 kilograms for the 540, yeah, somewhere around there. I have the kilo conversion chart on my phone somewhere. Oh, nice, son. Got my son squatting over here too. He's squatting barefoot in denim jeans. You gotta bring your spotter bars up some, yeah? You gotta bring your spotter bars up some. Bring them up to that hole right by your, see that hole that's right by your, yeah. Bring them up to that one. Yeah, it really opened my eyes to like the possibilities doing this meet. I think those is the stretchy jeans I bought them. It's like denim, but it's like the stretchy ones. Almost like the ones that like Joe Rogan wears, but probably not as stretchy as his ones. He's doing all right. He did, hey, what were you? Were you like the referee at the laser tag today? He reffed the laser tag game all day long, and then he was out with his friends all night long, and I was leaving for the gym. He came home. He wanted to come with me. So I was like, all right, get your shit, let's go. Late night squat session. Yeah, that really opened my eyes, that 550, 551. I would fucking love to hit that in competition drug-free. That would be huge. Then after that, just go bonkers on gear. Been kind of trying to like up my knowledge on that. Kind of more or less know like the stack that I would like to jump on when I finally do jump on. I hope this year is the year I can do it. There's no way to go for like those big numbers. Like, you know, how the elite lifters are with those freaking 700-pound benches. There's no way to go for those numbers unless you're like really genetically gifted and you've built up a base big enough to build some real strength off of. I'm almost certain a lot of those guys were pressing pretty big weights way before they jumped on anything. So that's just it's almost like a bro science way of looking at it for me, but it's all theory until I actually do it, huh? Doing this last meet really opened my eyes up to what's possible. Even along with the shitty warm-ups, the strength that I had, fuck. Had I did my warm-ups correctly, I could have ended up a lot higher than I did. Had a lot of strength left on the table, so I'm already chomping at the bit to compete again. And I wasn't even paying attention to the other people that I was competing against. It didn't even matter to me because I was just wanting to go for what I wanted to go for. I didn't pick any attempts like strategically to try and beat guys. I didn't pick any attempts like that. I picked it all. I ignored everything else and just went according to how I felt. Actually, like the numbers, they came out pretty damn good. As long as I can keep healthy. All right, let's get another set in. I think that was a little long. Yeah, it's a lot of weight, man. I'm interested to see what Kennelly's gonna pull off, because I know he competed the other month and I only saw one of the warm-up weights. So shit, I think he did 585 raw as one of his warm-ups. And the speed that he had on it, I know he's back benching well over 600. So it's going to be interesting to see Kennelly go for that record again, because in my opinion, Kennelly has like the cleanest form when it comes to shirted benches. Like his form, it's unmistakable. There's no second guessing like his lockout. There's no soft lockout. Like the way he does it is legit, you know. Not saying that other guys don't do it legit, but yeah, his shirted benches it's pretty like, yeah, you can't second question his shirted benches. With other guys, it's kind of hard to see if they're truly locked out. I don't know, as far as like some of the big numbers go, I know there was some flack on that, you know, with like soft lockouts and stuff, but I only pay attention to like a couple of lifters that actually do that. I have a theory that it's kind of a wash with all of those, because like back in the day, you know, like when Anthony Clark was doing all his big benches, I think he was like the first guy to bench 800 shirted. There's guys that broke his records afterwards that wasn't nearly as strong as him in the bench, you know, just because of the shirt technology advanced that far that they could get that much more without necessarily having to be as strong. So it's kind of like, if you look at it in a way, it's like those geared numbers, sooner or later, because of the technology of the gear itself getting better, sooner or later the numbers themselves are going to be obsolete. But raw is like the only thing that will really stand the test of time, you know, powerlifting wise. And you look at Don Reinhold, it was like, what, 27 years until somebody broke his record? But all the geared, it seems like the geared numbers get broken every year. But to each their own. You know, I don't really bag on geared lifting. I just don't do it. Yeah, I haven't I haven't like tore it, but I've pulled it. I pulled my pec before. And it was funny because I pulled it on a back down set of 315. I pulled it, there's a video, it was like, shit, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now. It's kind of a long time ago. Back when our powerlifting gym was at another location. But you know, I'm a firm believer in like the accessories because at that time in my life, I was going through some shit. And I was kind of slacking on all my accessories. Like there would be, you know, there would be months where I only hit accessories like once. Pull your pec when you were squatting. Let me guess. Low bar squat, hands kind of close to your body, and the fucking bar rolled down, huh? That's the only thing I can imagine. Holy shit. How long did it take for you to get back from that down? Fucking pull your pec squatting, that's brutal. I don't know how, yeah. You low bar squat? You kind of look like how Andre Malanichev holds it. That dude's such a freak. I don't know how he can hold that like that. That's crazy. I have nowhere near that kind of mobility. That's why I got to squat with a Duffalo bar. Just my shoulder mobility is horrible. I had shoulder surgery on this side shoulder, so I have a rough time. I can't grab any bars. Not a tear, just a muscle pull. Low bar. Oh, it's high bar. Yeah, I pulled my pec. It was like one of my back down sets. I was repping on 315. I think it was like I used to do a lot of back down sets back then, which now I don't do a lot of. It was either the second or the third back down set of 315. I was doing high reps on it. It just, you know, it gets to the point where your body's kind of on the decline and you keep pushing it. That's when you can pull something real easy. Gotta keep an eye on that one, huh? 2 fingers, yeah. I can't even grab one with 1 finger. I literally put the collar. Like if it's a regular barbell like this, I gotta literally put my hand like this around the collar in order to squat. Almost wear it like a yoke. It's fucking weird. I can't grab a regular bar. I can get 3 fingers on this Duffalo bar. That's about it. Good physio. I mean, like someone that goes in there and does all the electronic. Yeah, I do have a good massage. I got a massage girl. I go to her twice a month. That makes a huge difference too. The massages, fuck, I love them. Ever since I started doing that, it's a lot easier for me to keep a lid on like the elbow tendonitis, because I have real bad elbow tendonitis in my right elbow. So sometimes she can't even get to my lower body. She's just trying to break up everything in the upper body and really trying to bust up my arms, my triceps, because I have like super hypertonic tense triceps from all the pressing. It's like the tightest muscle in my entire body is my triceps. They're just abnormally tight all the time. So I always gotta like roll them out and voodoo floss. Yeah, the triceps are super tight all the time. Especially this the upper, like the tornado one. That one, fuck, super tight. So I always have her busted up as much as possible. And that really, like the percentage that it makes a difference on, like how much better I feel afterwards, is it's a big deal. So I try and go to her twice a month. I try and schedule them around like either my first bench week that I come back to my bench wave and my deload week. If I can get them around on those weeks, that's like the best. But she's really busy. Like she has sometimes I gotta wait a while to get to her. I could probably find someone else, but you know, you get comfortable with someone that actually knows your body, work with you for a long time. You don't want to just, yeah, I do a lot of that. I do a ton of that. In fact, I got a video on top of here a little while back that I was rolling it out on one of those Bosun balls, no, not Bosun balls, but like one of those heavy, like those heavy rubber balls. Just hands. A lot of elbows and stuff. I used to go to another girl and I used to get like 2-hour massages, and she would spend almost an entire hour just on my shoulders because my shoulders are so tight. But my shoulders are good now. But no, it's just my triceps. Okay, get another set in. Is that for free? Yeah, body tempering. Body tempering is good. Yeah, Duffalo bar. I love the Duffalo bar. The thing about the Duffalo bar is you gotta watch your step up weights because it's a 57-pound bar. So like that on there, 3 plates each side, it's actually 327. And you can get up to you can get up to like 495. 5 plates on there is actually 507. So just that little bit, you gotta watch your jumps. I don't know if I'm gonna go up too heavy tonight, even if I feel good. I don't want to run myself down too far. Oh, yeah. Shit. If I ever was to, like, do a full power, which I don't see myself doing anytime soon, but if I was gonna do a full power meet, I wouldn't do one that has, normal sized bars to squat with. I would do something that has like we have a bar in here. We have a squat bar in here it's like 55 pounds. It's a little thicker and it's a lot longer. The collars are a lot wider out. Sometimes I got the bros push me under the bar. Oh, it gets you in position once I'm under. I'm good. I can get back in by myself. Oh, okay. Yeah, the thing about the big bar is it's a lot thicker. So for some reason that shit always rolls down my back. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe I just don't squat with it enough. The cool thing about the Duffalo bar is once you set it, that shit's stuck to your back. That thing, like the way it curves down, I love it. I'm just squatting just to squat and get bigger legs. I'm not necessarily squatting to get a huge squat. Tonight's more just going through the motions. Just the least amount of work. Shit. I don't even know what I want to do next. Single, triples. Single, another one, and maybe just one rep set at 415 or 417 and come back down. Just getting in here feels good, you know, getting some work in. You know, I used to do box squats. It seems like even the guys who like explain box squats does it wrong. I think box squats is like more beneficial to like geared lifters. I did like one workout with box squats the other month, and it was really weird because it took me a little bit to get back used to them. And then I took the box out and just tried to do like my regular squats at like that heavier weight. It felt like dog shit, so I don't really do box squats. It seems like everyone that explains how to do box squats, they say that you shouldn't sit down and rock back and then rock back forward to get up, because it's basically taking you out of the groove. When you sit, do you take all the weight off or just touch and go? If I were to do them, I would only come down just to touch it lightly and come back up without taking the weight off. Because they say if you sit down on the box and you rock back and you effectively take the weight off and then you go back forward to sit up, you're falling out of the, you're like, when you rock back, you fall out of the groove, and then when you go back forward, you kind of go back into the groove and sit up. They say that really doesn't have a carryover into your raw. I think if you have a hard time squatting, just doing squats in general, it's going to make you stronger. So any way you can do it, but I really don't do box squats. I don't even know how my depth is doing tonight. Normally, I really can't start actually hitting depth. Head and shoulders, yeah, I used to military press all my friends back in the day a lot, but I don't do any shoulder presses anymore. Back when we used to paddle, that was my thing, was military pressing people and throwing them in the water. But I don't do any shoulder presses anymore. I had a really strong shoulder press. I did. Well, I used to do a lot of seated shoulder pressing. But I've done seated shoulder presses. There's videos of me doing 415 for a double, 405 for like a triple. And those are like full reps, and then I've done half reps, 315 for 30 and 225 for 40. Yeah. Personally, I'm not a big fan of box squats. I'd rather just squat normally. Because you want to, a lot of the times it's like hard to get like that exact depth set up on the box. And it's weird, it's like when I'm warming up, I really don't start hitting like good depth until I'm climbing through the fours. No, I don't really swim much anymore. I used to paddle a lot, and I used to bodyboard a lot, like back in the day. That's where I got like a lot of physical stuff. Like back when we used to paddle, I was shredded. But I don't do that. I'm way too heavy for that. That was back in, I was like 16 and shit when I used to paddle. But I used to bodyboard a lot. I used to bodyboard some big waves too. But after almost drowning, I stopped that. Because I fucking legit almost drowned. Almost died. Yeah. That's good. You did 315, 2 full reps military press. Standing up? Standing up or seated? I've done, the heaviest I've ever done standing up with no leg drive was 320 for 1 rep. Sitting, yeah. I used to be a big proponent for seated military pressing. Bar to under the chin, yeah. I used to just bring the bar right to my, I used to like slam my chin with the bar. And then I would hit my chin with the bar and I would come down. I would sink it like a little bit because I really can't, like, I can't touch my chest and stuff, right? But I would like bring the bar to my chin and I would I would sink it a little bit and then I would drive up. But yeah, I used to be a big proponent for seated military presses until it just started destroying my elbow. So I don't do any shoulder pressing anymore at all, period. I do all laterals and stuff. Fuck no. 325, I would never do that. Yeah, they always have the Iron Man over here. I don't know how those fuckers do it. That's brutal. But yeah. Eat on Christmas. Christmas morning, we usually we'll go over to like my parents' house or we'll go over to my brother's house with all the family. And my dad, he does like he does like the best smoked meat in all of Hawaii, and I'm not just fucking saying that. That everyone is a big fan of his smoked meat. He gets the pork butt from like Sack and Save or Costco, and then he'll marinate it and smoke it. That shit comes out good. So he always makes something like that on Christmas Day. How many meals a day? Usually I'll have a light breakfast once I get to work and we start doing our morning meeting. I'll have a light breakfast and then a normal lunch. Then I'll usually like have like a sandwich left over right after work. Sometimes I'll eat it at the end of work. I'll quickly hog it down. And then I'll go home, take a shower, get ready for the gym, eat like another small pre-workout meal, go to the gym, have my protein, come home, have like I always have like a Coke float afterwards. That extra carbs and calories, I love it. It helps to really replenish the muscles, all that glycogen and shit, even though there's a lot of sugar in that, guarantee, but I'm not really worried about that. And then yeah, that's usually it. Oh, I'll eat dinner and then I'll go to sleep. What kind of a car? I just drive a little Kia now. Yeah, I fit in it all right. Everyone always teases me. They always tell me, how do you fucking fit in that thing? I was like, there's actually a lot of room in there. A little Kia Soul. Yeah, I drive a very unassuming car now. I used to have a Dodge Ram SRT10, the Dodge Ram with the Viper engine in it. But when I got divorced, I had to sell that thing. So there's actually a guy in Oahu that owns that truck now. If you see a quad cab, a silver quad cab 05 SRT10, the license plate says V10 PWR, V10 power, that's my old truck. You'll know it too, because that thing is loud as shit. I put full headers, catless mids, full exhaust. That thing has tuner. What else does it have? Caltrax, drag radials. Yeah, full fat belly. how much is gas there. Over here, it's like I think right now it's like 370 at normal, 374 at normal gas stations, and then Costco's a little cheaper. Just the other month it was cheap. Yeah, it was like $2.99 at Costco, and then it went up again, huh? But yes, full fat belly. Legit fat belly. Gotta figure out what I want to actually do with the squats tonight. I hold it all the way down in the hole, and then once I start to actually like I hold it till I'm getting out of the hole. Then once I'm like starting to extend my back and starting to stand up straight and finish off with the leg drive, then I'll blow it out. But yeah, through the bottom, and then maybe like halfway up, I'll start to let it out. But I don't like to take the breath out because you're pushing against the belt. Yeah. So yeah, hold your breath all the way down, and then when you're getting it into lockout, blow out hard. No, how's the depth looking? I'm not sure how it's looking. Even if I wanted to like hit like a competition depth, I really wouldn't be able to hit like a legit depth until maybe mid-4s. Because my hips are so tight, I need that extra weight to kind of help sink it that last inch. I like sink it past parallel. I don't know if I'm hitting parallel in training, I kind of don't. Depth look good. I wear the belt. I wear it. So I wear my belt when I bench. I wear it middle ab. So like if you imagine your top ab muscle is kind of like just under your sternum, then middle ab muscles in the center of your belly. And then lower ab muscles is kind of like right by your belly button. I wear it pretty much halfway in between my belly button and my sternum. I wear it middle ab. I think why dudes do that is because you can still press against your belt to get that abdominal pressure. And it actually helps you hold your arch, and you can actually, like if you wear it really low, you're almost arching into your belt, like fighting against your belt. I actually wear it exactly where I wear it for bench. I wear it for squat, exact same position. I don't know. I see a lot of guys that wear it low for squat. I don't even feel like it. I don't feel that it actually even helps me when I wear it low on squat. It's more so to keep for me to press against the belt and keep the chest up. And then just like core stability, right? So I get kind of the same effect on. You actually I feel better with it in the middle when I'm squatting. You can't ask me about deadlifts because I barely do them. When I used to deadlift a lot, I used to like wearing it up high. Kind of like how George Lehman does. I would wear it up high like that, but I don't deadlift enough anymore. So I would have to actually really start getting my deadlift strength back up there. Dead suck, yeah, dude. My deads suck too. My deads are horrible. The most I ever deadlifted was a down up fucking 605 starting. So like taking it out of the monolith hooks on the outside of the rack, just lifting it off the hooks like in the groove, and then the hooks swing out, then coming down, hitting the floor, letting it sit like a second, and then coming back up. Or I think I just touched the floor and then came back up. But the most I ever did was a 605 down up. Yeah, my deadlifts are horrible. My torso's so long that it's the range of motion, even on sumo, fuck, the range of motion is far. I don't have like super long arms too, yeah. So my deadlift lockout is like, it's like a little under my belly button because my torso is so long. Yeah, don't feel bad. My deads are horrible as well. Are you doing over-under at 450? Yeah, it's way easier. It is. Because you're in the groove and you have that body tension, right? I don't want any punches to my belly anymore. Are you gripping over under? Are you hook gripping or double overhand? Fuck. If I pull sumo, I can't strap up in competition. So if I wanted to pull sumo in competition, because of my shoulder mobility, I'd have to learn how to do hook grip. So I'd have to pull conventional, which is actually weaker for me. But I'm actually able to do over under on conventional. Dude, I have no fucking... Me either. Yeah, I don't know how those dudes can pull that heavy ass weight either, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I have no idea. Over under kind of scares me as well. Because if you're not doing like a ton of volume, doing over under, and you have like a lot of strength, you just mess up just a little bit, man. Bend that elbow, bend that arm just a little bit. Whoop, there goes the bicep. Fuck, that scares me. My hands, I have thick meaty palms, but I don't have like super long fingers, but my palms are fucking thick. So I don't know, it'd be hard to hook grip as well. See, like if I'm trying to hook grip it. That would that'd be kind of tough to. I guess I could get there on the hook grips. But you can see how big the palm is. Well, I bench like this now, well, like pretty much out here. I bench suicide grip now, yeah. I'm a horrible sleeper. No, I don't get a lot of rest. I should. I gotta. And I have sleep apnea too, so that's another fucked up part. You saw 2 bicep tears in your life and your training partner just tore quad. Oh! On squats? Tore the quad. Fuck. Brutal. No, I'm not a good sleeper. If I'm lucky, I get 5 hours of sleep every night. That's not good. But I've never been like if I could get like 6 hours every night, that would actually be perfect for me. I can function perfectly fine off of 6 hours. 8, if I get like a 7, 8 hour sleep, I feel real groggy afterwards. But like 6 hours for me. I feel great after a 6 hour sleep. But I'm normally getting like 4.5 hours. Holy shit. Squatting 5 plates, that was easy for him, but doing a pause for pick, get staples out in a few days. Damn. I hope he comes back, man. Yeah, the CPAP machine. When I was hospitalized, shit, was it almost 2 years ago now? I have it on here somewhere. But I have diverticulitis, and I got hospitalized a few times recently, within the past couple of years. And when I was in the hospital sleeping, the nurses were telling me, dude, your fucking sleep apnea is horrible. They say you stop breathing for a long fucking time and then you just gasp. But it's usually when I'm sleeping on my back I get that like real bad. If I'm sleeping on my side, it's not too bad. I feel a lot better. But that's what kills big dudes, huh? My friend, one of my fucking best friends in my life, he just passed away in his sleep. He was a big boy too. I think it was the sleep apnea that got him. Fuck, man. I was fucking weeping like a child when he passed away. That was my good friend. Rest in peace, Blake. But yeah, my brother has that CPAP machine, but I have sleep apnea real bad. I gotta get it. Damn, you gotta learn to walk again. Fuck. Yeah. So even with like the lack of hours that I'm getting for sleep, I'm not getting quality sleep. I don't get a lot of REM sleep. Definitely that CPAP machine. It's just I work so much. I've gotta go and do that sleep study. I'll get around to it sooner or later. In fact, I should get around to it sooner than later, especially if I'm gonna be gaining more weight than this. But yeah, fuck, dude. I hope your friend has a speedy recovery, man. That's horrible, fucking tearing the quad off. Fuck. That's brutal, because not only that, the training aspect, but fucking work too. Fuck, man, poor guy. Naturally, I really don't see myself going much over like 340. The biggest I've ever been was 333. But naturally, I really don't see myself going over 340, still being able to, function properly. But I'm figuring that when I do jump on gear, I'm probably gonna, in order to hit the numbers that I want to hit, I'm probably gonna have to get upwards around 360, 380. I'm figuring, just to be able to, along with the gear, to push those kinds of numbers. But if I do get up that big, it'll only be to hit those numbers, and then I'm gonna drop the weight. because being that big, carrying that muscle, it's hard on your body. But I naturally run heavy too. I've been well over 300 pounds for like 5 years now. Back in my early 20s, I was already at like 287. I graduated high school at 240 with abs from football. So for a long time, I've always been a heavier guy. Plus, our Polynesian bone structure is just more dense, so we carry more weight. Just our genetics, we carry more weight. All right, maybe I'll go up another step here. 4 plates on this bar is actually 417. 6'1.5". Yeah, I'm 6'1.5" tall. Used to be 6'2", but you get this kind of weight, start squatting heavy, you lose a little bit, huh? Pretty easy triple. 417. Probably not gonna go too much. I'm probably not gonna go above that. Still want to come in strong tomorrow for bench. Squats don't feel half bad tonight. If I'm like trying to push, if I was like trying to push the squat, I'd probably just single that, then throw another quarter on each side. Oh, depth, thanks, man. Cool. Yeah, my depth, a lot of the times the depth is hard for me because my hips are so tight. But if I was trying to like really push, I would probably just single that weight, that 417, put quarters on each side, which comes out to like 467, single that, and then go 5 plates, which comes out to 507, and then I would throw on knee wraps, and then I would probably get it for like 5 reps, 6 if I'm like really fucking, if I got like a back spotter, put the spotter bars, crank out on some nose torque, I'd probably get 5-6 reps with 507. That's what I got the other week. A few weeks ago, I think I hit it 4 or 5 times. But the weight felt a lot heavier than it feels tonight. But it's one of those things, just get in and move. It's not necessarily like a squat building workout. Just get in there and move a little bit of weight. Hold myself back a lot. I'll just probably do 1 back down set, call it good, and do a little bit of extensions and stuff. Dude, if you guys ever get a machine, I'll show you a fucking awesome squat machine. I really can't like put a percentage on that. The mental aspect on that is big. The thing with the ammonia, with the nose torque and the smelling salts and shit, the thing with that is you want to save that for times that you're really gonna need it. So if I'm gonna go, no, for me it kind of, like, it doesn't have the same effect on, like, if your adrenaline starts flowing. It's not nearly like that. But it's basically like, it's kind of puts you in like a fight or flight mode. Like I'm sure you've been in fights before. You know, like that little bit of adrenaline spike you get, like right as you're getting into a fight. It kind of mimics that. It's like if you, like, as soon as you get that first crack in, as soon as you get hit that first time and it wakes you up and it puts you in that fucking killer mode, it does that for you. I use it a lot for like the super heavy lifts. Yeah, you've got to, if it's just only burning your nose, you're not getting a big enough whiff of it. You've got to get that shit to where it fucking hits you. It should feel like it's hitting you. It literally should feel like someone took their finger, drove it up into your nose, into your brain, and fucking open hand slapped you at the same time. Belly breathing. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what if I get you about the belly breathing. But yeah, the ammonia, save it for like your super heavy lifts. I don't even use ammonia anymore until 500 pounds on the bench, or if I'm going for like a super high rep set on a given weight, or like a real heavy volume set. I try and not use it until I actually, I try and be frugal with it. But if I'm going for like 500 for a double, I'll fucking hit the nose torque. Cool, man. You got videos on your channel? Check out your channel later, Generation Asian, if you got some videos on there. That was a pretty easy triple. Probably could have banged out quite a few more, maybe like 3, 4 more. But I don't want to run it down too much for tomorrow night. Are we gonna bench before you go to work then? We can come in a little earlier. Oh, deep breathing helps you feel at ease. Oh, I got you. I do a lot of deep breathing when I'm stretching. Speaking of deep breathing, you see that Wim Hof? How's that for breathing, huh? That's a fucking trip. That's all you need to prove right there. Shit. Yeah, you know what? I'm good on that. I'm gonna squat heavy next week. Rack mine after if you want. Wim Hof dude is pretty fucking gnarly. Oh, I didn't get to show you guys. This squat machine is the bomb. Mimics a hack squat. You can put your feet like real far forward. You can get super, super deep. And if you can see it, yeah. This squat machine right here is awesome. Okay, I'll check your channel out, man. Nice. 405 incline is strong, bro. Especially at your weight. I was never really a big incline bencher. I don't like the feel of the barbell on incline, because it feels like when you come down with the barbell on incline, it feels like you want to be a lot wider on the bottom, and then on the top it feels weird being wide. Like, so you want to be more inside on the top. So I like dumbbells for like incline, just because you can take them wide on the bottom and bring them in on the top. To me, it feels like a more natural stroke. Oh, cool. All right, guys. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's probably the heaviest portion of the night. I'm just going to do some accessories. Real light kind shit. You gonna hit some accessories, son? Some leg extension. Roger. Oh. This is the easy part, leg extensions. Fucking love leg extensions. I do a ton of leg extensions on my bodybuilding night. I think it comes out to 310 reps on leg extensions, going all the way up from 60 pounds every single plate for 20 reps, all the way up to, I think that leg extension goes up to like 260. No, my MMA days are far over. You know, unless you're gonna train just to, like, you know, the training aspect in itself is beneficial. You know, always being able to defend yourself is a good thing. But actually training for, like, fighting and actually doing it, unless you're gonna really dedicate yourself to being an MMA fighter, you know, it's a real big, it's such a huge commitment that you have to do. And for me, I could never turn the kill switch off. Cool. All right, man. But yeah, especially when you're getting into like that last month before a fight, the mental the mental state that you have to get yourself into is literally you want to kill everything that walks in front of you. And it's really hard to go back home to like a normal life and turn that kill switch off. So for me, it was just causing like it was making me a lot more violent. I have legendary anger issues already. So like for me, it was just making me more violent. And then I started lifting weights again to get stronger for MMA. And then I fell deeply back in love with the weights. And then ever since then, I've just been doing the weights and I'm a happier person. But yeah, unless you're gonna be competing on like, or wanting to compete on like a super high level and totally dedicating your entire life towards that, for me, it wasn't worth the commitment. The glory you feel when you win a fight in front of fans and stuff and your friends and family, and you know the glory that you feel is I haven't ever done anything that felt the same as that. But what it takes to get that, you know. And once you kind of, you know, you get a few fights under your belt, then you just realize that as long as you can hold your own, you're perfectly content, because it's not like you're going to be wanting to fight people on the street in everyday life. You'll end up in prison that way. So just being comfortable in yourself that you can defend yourself if you have to. Because you're not going to be going out there and trying to fucking take everyone's heads off, you know. There's no way to live a life. As long as you can feel confident in yourself that you can defend yourself if you had to. That's really all that matters. And one thing that doing that and actually going through the training for it, you know, having that fucking cage door closed behind you, it's just you, your opponent, and the ref. You know, getting over that, that's a huge thing, because there's a lot of people that talk, but until you actually get in there and do it, you know, it's a completely different world. And I had, between a couple of the fights, I had like a huge hiatus, because I had surgery, and then I couldn't fight for a long time, and then I was just kind of lost in my life, and then I got back into it. And like the first fight I had back, it was really weird, because I literally fought like the best guy on the whole island, one of the best guys to ever come out of the state, a fucking tough motherfucker. But he was like the #1 dude on the whole island. I fought him, and it was really weird. It like, because all the lights in the crowd will dim, but all the lights that is shining on the cage is super bright. So you have all the super bright lights that's in the cage, and if you actually like catch yourself looking out toward the crowd, it's just black. And it almost feels like you're fighting on like this really high mountaintop. Like, it felt fucking really, really weird to me coming back to that. I felt just really, really off balance. Like I couldn't find my footing on there, because it's so different than anything else. But the fight after that I had, I felt really comfortable and grounded, and I just like, I was super, super calm. That's when I knew. It was like, okay, all right, I got this, you know. So if you can ever get to that point where you can actually be in there, be calm and react naturally, you know, just getting to that stage is a big thing for yourself. But other than that, I mean, unless you're going to be doing it competitively, fuck, it's such a huge commitment. And your shelf life on that, you know, man, it's weird, like, you know, seeing all the dudes that were just unbeatable before, and they just, you know, everyone, Father Time will come calling. Can't do it forever, you know. It's sad watching those guys get destroyed, like they shouldn't, you know, they didn't get on when they should have. I ain't no young buck anymore. So I realize that my time for that is done already, and I'm okay with that. You know, for myself, I already achieved what I wanted to. Cool. Thanks, buddy. So yeah, no more MMA fighting for me. I just like to lift weights now. All right. Guess I'll do a couple more sets and get out of here. Yeah, tomorrow should be fun. Should have some good footage for that. Didn't run myself down too much tonight. Fucking love Conor McGregor. That dude is awesome. I got into being a Conor McGregor fan like when he was doing that worldwide press tour with Aldo, and he grabbed Aldo's belt and he lifted it up. Ever since that, I was a fucking huge Conor McGregor fan. Love that dude. That dude's awesome. I think that for like a fan, I would only like I wouldn't want to see him come back and just like make multiple defenses against all kind of other guys, and then see when he actually. Well, he's still young, so he's got a lot of years left. But I wouldn't want to see him on the downward slope, you know. And he's got so much money now that I think he just comes back for a couple of super fights, and then peace out, thanks everybody, and then right off into the sunset. That would be fucking awesome because he's already, you know, proven what he's needed to prove. It would be cool seeing him do a super fight against like it would be cool to see him come back and fight Nate again for the trilogy. That would be awesome. The winner of I think they might be planning on him fighting the winner of Khabib and Tony. That's going to be a great fight. So either Nate or the winner of that would be awesome. I only want to see him do like other super fights, like GSP. A GSP super fight GSP is way too big for him. I always thought that if he comes back and he fights Nate again, that would be a freaking awesome one to close out that trilogy. And I always thought that him fighting, if he beats Nate, him fighting Nick, that would be huge because I want to see Nick fight again. Fuck, man. I would love to see Nick fight again. That would be an awesome thing to see Nick fight again. Shit. I wanted him to fight GSP. That would have been awesome. But yeah. Conor McGregor is awesome. I like Conor McGregor. What he did for the sport, you know. You can never take that away from him. And what he achieved. Chicken pot pies. I used to eat a lot of chicken pot pies. I don't eat a lot of them anymore. I think it's one of those things every once in a while is good, but that eating it all the time, that can kind of get to you. What else big fights do we have to look forward to? Tony, Khabib. Is Cyborg going to fight Nunez? That's another one I'd like to see. I want to see Cyborg fight Valentina Shevchenko. That's the fight. Shevchenko's a fucking murderer too. That's a great fight. What do you guys think about, is Jones gonna come back, you guys think? He wrecked that division, huh? No matter who's the top of that division, unless you beat Jones, man, he'll always be the best. Fucking, maybe the best of all time. But for that division, no matter who the champ is, unless they go against Jones, it's almost like, it's unbelievable because Cormier is so fucking good too, man. If Jones comes back, he's gonna have to do super fights. I don't know who else is gonna, in his weight division, who's gonna freaking have a chance against that dude? Maybe Gustafsson? That was actually a pretty damn good fight between him and Gustafsson, huh? Until the end. That's gonna be a good one if they fight. I don't know, maybe there's another murderer coming out at that weight. Mighty Mouse Dillashaw. That's another good one we might be able to look forward to, huh? Mighty Mouse and Dillashaw. Holy shit. I'd like to see that one. Heavyweight. Who's gonna be next? Fucking. Yeah. I got a balanced view. I'm a big fan of the whole thing in general. Back in the day, dude, it was all Fedor and Vanderlei. It would be nice to see things go back to the wild, wild west, huh? I have a theory on that too. And it's funny coming from a natural guy, but I don't think that, I think they should have it not tested. Don't test them. Let them fucking shoot all the steroids they want. You know why? That's the only way to make it fair. It really is. It's the only way to make it fair. Because if two guys fight each other and the winner, he absolutely dominates and destroys the other dude, and then he gets popped for steroids afterwards, that's an injustice to the loser, to the guy who lost that fight. It's an injustice to him. And we've seen that, you know, a few times. Yeah. Baseball, fuck yeah. I'm totally on the Joe Rogan bandwagon for baseball. Let them do that. Football, not for football. It's already so dangerous. Football's way more dangerous than MMA. But for MMA, I think that they shouldn't test them. Fucking run what you brung, and you better hope you brought enough. Oh, God. Yeah, and that's another thing. But I would like to see them not tested, and I would like to see an open weight division. Like open weight, fucking big dudes. Because even though that, you know, they're the best fighters in the world, you're not going to run into people that are on, you're not going to run in everyday life. If you get into it with someone, you're not going to run into someone that's going to be, oh, there's going to be, you know, under 265 and clean. What if you run into a fucking monster that is juiced to the gills and a freak in real life? So it's not really mimicking real life. You know what I mean? Because in real life, it's fucking run what you brung. You better hope you brought enough if you get into it with someone on the street. So by them having like a open weight division, it'll actually like, hey, who is actually the best in the world? Because these little dudes, you imagine them going up against like the fucking, you imagine Mighty Mouse going up against what's the heavyweight champions, Stipe. You know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna happen in real life. You know what I mean? But I can understand. They should have the weight divisions, but I would like to see like the Wild Wild West where there's the fucking open weight. That would be awesome. Open weight, non-tested, run what you brung. That would be fun. They wouldn't be able to market that, though. It would be, you know what I mean? But just as a fan of the sport, that's what I'd like to see. Muscle belly. Yeah. Muscle belly. Well, I would like to see that. That would be freaking awesome. I was a massive Pride FC fan. Oh God, Pride was the shit. That was the Wild Wild West, huh? Everybody was juiced to the gills in that. I can see guys like Bob Sapp come in there. Holy shit. Fedor was unbeatable, huh? It would have been nice to see primetime Fedor, untested Fedor against everyone else untested in the world. If Kane got to jump on some gear and Fedor was on gear, like both of them in their primes, that would have, fuck man, that would have been the fight of all time. Prime Fedor against Prime Kane. That's another guy I would like to see come back. If he could get past all his injuries, I'd love to see Kane come back, man. How good was that dude in his prime, huh? If he comes back and he gets a couple in there, goes for Stipe, and he can stay healthy long enough, that would be an awesome fight to see. Kane and Stipe. It's sad like seeing some of these guys like Overeem, that I mean, he's still so deadly, but you can kind of see now that the damage is starting to catch up and all of that. But fuck, man, it's unbelievable how amazing those guys are. Freaking Overeem. How's when Overeem was Ubering? Ubering versus Kane or Ubering versus Primetime Fedor. Fuck, that was another good one. When's the Turkish dude? What's his name? God, he fought Overeem in kickboxing before. I think Overeem broke his arm, but man, that dude was taking it to Overeem. That was actually a great fight. I think Overeem did like a high kick or a head kick, and then he went to block, and I think Overeem broke the guy's forearm or something, and that dude was still fucking wanting to fight. The Turkish dude, oh God, he's a fucking great kickboxer as well. You guys know who I'm talking about. Oh, what's his name? Oh man, that dude is killer. Works his ground game, takedown defense a little more. He's gonna be a major player in that. Does anybody know what Canelli did that last competition? I know he wants his record back. That would be awesome to see Canelli break that record. Holy shit. I don't know how those guys can have that. You know, just taking that kind of weight off of the bar and holding it above yourself. you've got to have balls of steel because any misgroove, that amount of weight, holy shit. That's crazy weight. It's amazing that they can actually get it down. And even with the shirt, just being able to lock that out. No thanks. I'll stay doing my raw. No, thank you. Yep, those guys are real life Hulks. But imagine if they weren't tested. Imagine if they weren't tested. We would get to see like their true potential, huh? Because like I said, if one guy's clean and the other guy's not clean, after the fight, it's already too late. You know, you've watched some guys get their career ended by things like that. Like, remember Gan McGee? That dude Gan McGee when he fought Tim Sylvia? That was one of the most brutal knockouts. Tim Sylvia, fuck man, the guy was a behemoth. Tim Sylvia knocked that dude out. It was hard watching that. Like, it was a brutal knockout. And then afterwards, I think Tim Sylvia popped. He popped dirty after that. But already, Gan McGee's, I think that ended his career. I never did see him fight after that. So if you tell those two guys, oh, we're not going to test, just take what you want to take, that's the only way to really make it fair. Because unless everyone's going to follow the rules, which, you'll always have some guys some guys just aren't gonna, You should have it untested. That's the real only way to make it fair. Unless the penalties are going to be so stiff that no one's going to do it, which I don't see. But you don't want to see guys' careers being ended because of something like that, because shit, man, the consequences are so big. You take one fucking solid shin kick to your dome, and the dude's not clean and you are. That's an injustice right there. But if you guys both were, on the same playing field, maybe you might not have took that shin to the dome, or maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. You never know. But that's just theories. Fuck it, don't test those guys. They break their body down so much anyway with the training. Now we're starting to see dudes drop out because of injury, because the training is so hard. Fuck it, don't test them. Let them take what they want to take. At least then it'll be a level playing field. Then again, you'll have guys go off the deep end, take too much shit. Maybe take some of the exotic stuff that they actually don't need. They'd have to change up everything for that, so I don't see it changing anytime soon. It's gonna go the way it is, and if guys get caught too much times, they're out. It's noble them trying to, trying to make it a cleaner sport, but you're always gonna have the people trying to buck the system. Which is another reason why I don't fight anymore. Because if you're fighting clean and you're gonna go up against guys who aren't clean, that's a massive disadvantage. I told myself a long time ago that when I do jump on, maybe I'll go back, but I don't see that happening. I've got other goals in my life that I want to achieve. I've already achieved what I needed to achieve for myself in that aspect, so I don't see myself going back. Plus, too, I ain't no spring chicken anymore. Who's everybody picking for the Arnold this year? Wolf's coming back. Be cool to see what Levrone looks like, huh? Fucking his legs are looking big. Looking like he's like 263 right now. They say that dude is the most genetically gifted bodybuilder of all time. And I believe him. He wouldn't even train for the majority of the year. And then he wouldn't be on anything, barely training. And then he'd come back in, jump on stuff, and fucking just blow up. You imagine if he did it year round? Fuck. He's still one of the all-time greats. I still say to this day that 97 Mr. Olympia, you know, everyone say that that Nasser got robbed, which he kind of did, even though I was a monster. I still am a monster Dorian Yates fan. But how good did Kevin Levrone look that 97 year? Fucking hey, Kevin Levrone was on fire that year. Yeah, Nasser should have won that one. It should have been between Nasser and Kevin. Because as great as Dorian Yates was, you know, just having that big bicep tear. And then he was already starting that downhill slope, you know, with the belly coming out and all of that. Well, you can never take anything away from Yates, man. He started the whole mass monster era. And Blood and Guts. I remember back in the day before there was pre-workout, I used to watch Blood and Guts as a pre-workout. I used to watch that get all pumped to high hell and fucking like fuck yeah, and then go into the gym and just kill it and have great workouts. So fuck yeah, Dorian Yates always one of the all-time greats. All right, guys. Probably gonna get out of here soon. Been nice talking with you guys. Bench tomorrow. Not as much questions tonight, but that's all good. Probably just record tomorrow. I'm not gonna live stream it because we'll have music blasting in here to high hell. Guarantee we'll have music blasting to high hell. If me and my son are the only ones here, maybe I'll live stream it, but we'll usually have music blasting, and YouTube will definitely hit me for copyright violation on the background music. Oh yeah, little something for legs tonight. Nothing much. My son's over there sleeping already. Give him credit for coming in tonight though. Yep. Get a couple more leg extensions in here. You hear that shit? That's my knees cracking. That's what happens when you get old as fuck. Ireland, nice. I think that's a country I'd like to check out. That would be freaking cool going there. Hopefully once I get my bench up big enough. Hey, what's up, Australia? All right, cool, man. What time is it over there? (10:48 a.m. p.m.) Sunday already, huh? Is it 10:48 at night on Sunday already? Because you're not behind us, you're ahead, right? Holy shit. That's crazy, huh? Yeah, what time is it now? Here, I'll skip out right here just to... One of my friends is, one of my buddies, Herbie Sherman. He's in the UK now, but he's a Maori from New Zealand. That dude's cool as hell. That dude's awesome. I still watch a lot of Lee Priest videos. That dude is still huge. Huh? Lee Priest? He's funny as shit, too. That dude makes me roll laugh. That fucker is funny. Hey, so since you're from the ghouls in their bellies, will help you. Hey, since you're from Australia, you probably remember back in the day, well, I don't know if you're into bodyboarding, but back in the day when I was young, I used to do a lot of bodyboarding. And there was that dude, Epple. Remember that dude that created the ARS, Epple? And the young kid, there was this young kid, they used to call him Wing Nugget. And Wing Nugget was like a freaking 15 or 16-year-old kid that would bodyboard gigantic waves in Australia and beaches that were, well, I guess all the beaches are like, you know, you got to watch for the big great whites, but in those beaches in particular, they were known for fucking gigantic great whites. And there was like, no, not bodybuilding, the bodyboarding. Bodyboarding? But there was this young kid called Wing Nugget that would bodyboard huge waves all by himself in shark-infested waters. Great white, gigantic great white shark-infested waters. That dude was insane, and he was freaking good too. I wonder whatever happened to that kid. But yeah. I wonder if the guy from Australia knows anything about that. That's some of the bodyboarders that I used to look up to, and I used to bodyboard back in the day when I was real young. Apple was crazy. Apple used to always be going against like Mike Stewart and stuff. I'm not even sure if Wing Nugget ever competed, but I know that dude was crazy as shit because he would surf those, like, and the things would be breaking like, you know, 20, 25 foot faces. He would be rushing all by himself, nobody else out there. Just one dude filming from the beach, and Wing Nugget out there charging gigantic waves in freaking great white infested waters. Hey, so you know about Cyclops then? You've got to know about Cyclops if you're from Australia, right? I like that band, Parkway Drive, from over there. Their lead singer is a big wave bodyboarder. Yep, definitely. I'm still gonna get a lot of calorie intake between now and tomorrow when I bench. Hopefully, I can put on a little bit of weight, or just get all the muscle glycogen refilled for a strong pressing night tomorrow. But yeah, that dude that the lead singer of, I think it's Ian McCall or something like that, but the lead singer of Parkway Drive is a big wave bodyboarder, and he actually charges. He's one of the crazy fuckers that'll charge Cyclops. That place is, I always said that place is the abomination of Teohupo. Well, that would be cool if anyone knows whatever happened to Wing Nugget. Visit St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, probably won't be coming out that site until I'm doing huge numbers, and then maybe if they have something out there. There's a lot of places on my bucket list I wanna go and check out before my time on this earth is done. Japan is another one of them. I wanna go to Japan, and I wanna watch the whole sumo tournament. Ideally, I'd like to get in there. Oh, 12 noon Ireland. Oh, nice. Ideally, I would like to go to Japan and watch Hakuho sumo before his time is up. You guys know anything about sumo? The dude Hakuho. Probably gonna go down as the greatest sumo wrestler of all time. You guys see the videos of Hakuho knocking fucking dudes out in sumo? That dude's a fucking... He's the greatest sumo wrestler ever to ever have lived. I was wanting to go back and watch that. Not go back, but I wanna go to Japan and watch one of those sumo tournaments before Hakuho's time is done in sumo. That's what I'd love to go do. I don't know. I'm sure I could pull it off. I could pull it off now. Just finding the time to actually... I'm one of those guys, I don't take vacations and all that, I just work. So, I don't know, maybe that would be cool to go and do. I was wanting to go and do that before Hakuho's done wrestling. Go and eat at some of those places over there. Maybe even go and eat at Jiro's, huh? See what all the fuss is about. I'm thinking that'll probably be roughly five grand drop that I'd be spending to go there and do everything I want. At least five grand. If I take my 2 kids, it's gonna be even more. And they're not really... I know my girlfriend would tag along with me and go and do all that shit. I'm not sure if my kids would be too much interested in watching sumo. Well, that's definitely something that I'd like to go and do. Okay, everybody. It's been nice talking with you guys. I'm gonna be getting out of here soon. So, hopefully, if I get my bench done early enough, maybe I can get my video edited and get it up on here tomorrow. I know what I'll be going for, but I want to keep that a secret until then. So I've already got in my mind what I want to hit. And it's gonna be a pretty big rep goal. But if I can hit that, wow, that'll be an all-time PR for me if I can hit that. And if I can hit that, that'll pretty much put me at the strongest that I've ever been, hypothetically speaking, because I've never hit more than a certain amount of reps on that weight. And if I could get those extra 2 reps, that's gonna be a massive rep goal. So looking forward to that. That's why I didn't really push the squats too hard tonight. But yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I might do some tampering on this tricep tonight before I get out of here, just to give a little bit of recovery, a little bit more recovery. So, all right, guys, getting on to 160 minutes. So hopefully this will even upload. But thanks for all the support again, and I'll see you guys again.